Thanks for coming, everybody. We're going to go over quite a few things today. The first item we're going to go over is harnesses, ropes, rope grabs, all those sorts of things. We've got some framing and stuff that's going on at Paynes. There's quite a few other jobs we'll be framing, so working at heights is definitely going to be good to go over right now. We're recording this as well, so it'll be part of our health and safety stuff. So we have a couple ropes, a couple rope grabs. We have 5 or 6 harnesses now. I think Ryan Bieber has a newer one. Ryan Palmer has a newer one. I've purchased 2 more of those newer ones. I know we don't use them very often because we're not up high very often, but they are significantly more comfortable than just the standard ones. So the standard ones that come with the kits look like this, okay? They're just a regular old harness. You've all seen these. You all have had training on these. But the reason these are sufficient, but they're not comfortable. If you wear this all day, you will have chafing. I'll tell you right now. These, if you don't, you're not wearing it tight enough. It's not snug enough. So that's why we purchased some newer ones. They're a little more comfortable. You can have them on snug. They fit under your tool belt well. But these ones too, the buckles, I find these really cumbersome trying to get these on and off all the time. So you got to push that thing through so that it locks on. The newer style ones, as I'm sure both Ryans can attest to, they have some extra padding in them. Have you worn yours, Bieber? No, but I think we bought it because we thought we needed it, but then it didn't actually come to fruition. So with these harnesses, they stand in this position, right? You've got your D ring in the back. This is your main connection point. This is where all the good stuff happens. Okay, this is where you're hanging up in the air if something bad happens. But we're doing everything we can to prevent this from happening. We do all the things we can, guardrails, all those sorts of things so that we don't actually have to use this. This is the last thing that protects you. The thing I like about these is there's extra padding in here. There's also, these clasps work different. You just pull these back and it unhooks. It's very simple to do. What we're trying to do is get you something that's comfortable to put on and off so that you're more likely to wear them. So this, I believe, is a large. There are different sizes of these. So if you're going at heights, or you know you're going to be working at heights soon, and this one doesn't fit you quite well, you can either use this one, which is perfectly acceptable to use these. They're a little less comfortable. Or we can get you a different size of these. So I think this one would fit you, Ryan. So why don't you go ahead and put that on. We always tend to do that. Your arm straps, shoulder straps first. So Ryan connected that together. Now it has the same straps here on the side, okay? Ryan, I'm gonna let you do that yourself. What? Yeah. So the reason I wanted Ryan to do this is because he's taller as well. So you can see that this one's a little bit snug on him. There is some adjustments in here, and here, and in these areas here as well. Yeah. So the thing I also like about these, if you've done your Working at Heights training, they've talked about leg trauma. What happens when you fall and you've been hanging there for 15 minutes. Okay, all that weight is right here. So I'm 228 pounds, all of that is right here. There's no way to reach behind you and grab that rope, especially if you've been knocked out unconscious. So you're hanging there by that, and guess what happens when they do rescue you, then all that blood that was caught there all of a sudden rushes down and rushes up. And there could be clotting that could cause heart attacks along with a whole bunch of other problems that you can have. So the reasons I really like these ones is they have these trauma straps, okay? So these are basically a loop. I'm not going to open it up because it's a pain to put it back in. But these basically, if you fell and you were conscious, you could unstrap these and you could hook your feet into it so you can take the weight off your groin area. And that could be a big factor. If it happened, you would be very thankful to have those things on. So another reason why, if you're going to be doing a lot of this stuff, let's get you one that fits well so that's comfortable. I don't know if you've worn these a lot,
I've worn mine a little bit. It's definitely more comfortable than these ones here.
So Matt and I used to work for a contractor, did a lot of industrial commercial stuff. You didn't have a choice. You were putting those things on. And we had these things and they were tattered and nasty and smelled like crap because every sweaty dude in southwestern Ontario had them on. We would have been so much happier to have something like this. Yes, it's still not as comfortable as not wearing it, but prevents you from going splat, right? And if it is more comfortable and you can get used to it, then you're going to wear it, okay? So that's the harnesses that we've got. So we've got two newer style ones like that. Ryan and Ryan also have the newer style one. Alex, did we get you one too? Okay, so you have a newer one like this as well? Okay, yeah. You used it in that man lift. Was it comfortable? Did you find it comfortable? Not too bad? Okay. So the other part of this is lanyards and rope grabs, okay? So this is one that we've had for a few years. We have used it. It is dirty, like it has some dirt on it, but is in perfectly good shape still. Okay, so there's the rope. There is the rope grab, which I can't seem to see right now. The rope grab it connects the lanyard to the harness. The rope connects to the structure. So there's a few different ways to connect to the structure. They come in these kits. This is a brand new kit as well. This has never been used. This is from Home Hardware. If you don't have if you need this stuff, go to Home Hardware, grab this kit. It's got everything in that you need, okay? These I bought separately. These are not in this kit, but this is basically a roofer's kit. So it's got the connection to the structure, it's got your rope, it's got your rope grab, and it's got your harness in there as well. This is a different style of connector that you can use. This requires a 1/2-inch bolt through a structure. So if you had a steel beam or a big wood beam or something that you could connect this to, and you put a grade 5 bolt through here, this is good for one person to be connected to. You can't connect 6 guys to this because if you all fall at once, it's going to be messy. These are another connection point as well. Matt, I'm not sure if you're familiar with these ones. You may be more familiar than I am with these, but these basically choke around something. When I say choke, that means you don't just do a basket around it. It actually has a loop. It has 2 loops on it. I'm going to open it up. Yes. So this has a loop at both ends. This would go around, stick your arm out. This would go around a beam and go through. So this is called choking. See how that chokes it? It has to be choked. You can't just basket. This is called a basket where they just connect this and then you would put your hook through there and just hook both sides because then this can move around quite a bit, okay? It has to be choked, but this could go around a steel column, this could go around a concrete column, this could go around like a big piece of a truss. If you had a triple girder on a truss or something, this could go around one of these and this would be considered a solid connection point as well. So we have this for a connector. We have this for a connector. These were at Home Hardware, okay? They're on the shelf. So if you need them, grab them, okay? The connector that most of you are used to look like these. These go on the peak of a roof, okay? They have pre-drilled holes in them, and it has a connector on it. Again, these are good for only one guy to be connected to. You can't have 3-4 ropes hanging off this thing. One guy at a time can be connected to these. These have been used. They have been a little bit bent. If you're not comfortable with this, definitely use. There's new ones in here. They have these on the shelf at Home Hardware as well, so that you can connect your rope to this. The big question everybody asks, how do you get this thing up there? Well, there's a bunch of different ways, okay? When the truss is laying on the ground and you're putting that triple girder up and the crane's booming that thing up, it'd be a pretty good time to connect this thing to it, right? When you have that opportunity to connect to this on the ground. Otherwise, there are other ways to do it, which include extra lanyards and stuff like that, where you're basically, you connect to one point, you take your lanyard, and then you connect to another point, and you kind of leapfrog your way to get all the way up there, and then you can put your connections on. I don't like to do that. Let's think ahead a little bit. If you've got a triple girder, or you can connect this thing to, or you can connect this thing to, Or you can wrap this around and have it ready with the rope hanging off of it. Let's do that stuff. What did I miss?
I'm just gonna pause this now.